am at Collectomania Milton Keynes. I'm having a good time so far today. The Batmobile is here. And I've seen Millie Gibson, who plays Ruby Sunday in Doctor Who. Here's some photos of me with Millie. Anyway, after I finished here today, I'm going to be off to Cineworld in Milton Keynes, where I'll be seeing the two-part finale of Series 15 of Doctor Who called Wish World and the Reality War. Looking forward to it. Well, here I am at Cineworld, about to see the two-part finale of Doctor Who. Very excited I am. As soon as I've seen this two-part finale on the cinema, I'll be heading home to share my reactions on the Reality War. Looking forward to it. See you later! Okay, I've seen the Reality War. I know what happens in this final episode of Series 15 of Doctor Who. As you've noticed, I've been putting up the spoiler alert warnings at the beginning of most of my quick reaction videos. If you've not seen the Reality War yet, I highly recommend that you check that out first before you go any further with this video. Because there's a lot happening in this episode, especially towards the end. For those of you who have seen the Reality War, I want to make something very, very clear. These reactions by me are based on my personal experience of the episode. I'm not expecting everyone to agree with me on what I think and feel about the Reality War. If you like the Reality War, that's great! If you didn't like the Reality War, that's fine. I'm sharing what I think and feel about the final episode of Series 15 of Doctor Who. The end of the Reality War is surprising and shocking, but I hope through this video you'll find my opinions and my reactions on certain moments in the episode very entertaining and interesting, whether you agree or disagree with my opinions. With that said, let's begin.
Would you like to come with me, sir?
Anita! Oh, it's great to see Steph Diwali back in Doctor Who. I've met her in person recently at Capital Cutaway in London, back in April this year. Here's an autograph she signed for me. Wow. She kept it quiet about returning to Doctor Who when I saw her in person back in April. I wonder if I'll ever see Steph Diwali at another convention. Hopefully I will. Maybe I'll get a photo with her.
Rosie!
Oh, nice to see Yasmin Finney back as Rose Noble in Doctor Who. No sign of her mother, Donna Noble. I wonder what's become of her lately.
I want to save the world.
Did Shirley's wheelchair go off at 88 miles per hour? Because those fire trails, they look like she shot off into the past or the future, like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. How is it that Mel's motorcycle looks more orange than those orange bins? We still don't have an explanation for why the bins are orange, as well as the mugs. You didn't need to drive the motorcycle into unit, Mel. You could have just parked it outside.
I have been a housewife.
No, you haven't, Mel. You said it yourself. You were single and you had no parents or children. Remember?
I'm single, no parents, no children, so I will sit in silent contemplation.
Did Russell T Davies not proofread his scripts for this two-parter when it came to writing for Mel?
Mel, I'm sorry. It is the Rani.
She's still alive. I fought the Rani when I travelled with the Doctor all those years ago. She's ruthless. Worse than ruthless, she's indifferent. The whole universe is just an experiment to her. And Melanie, we meet again. I never thought about you once. Oh, you thought of me every night.
These, of course, are references to the time when Mel met the Rani in the Doctor Who story called Time and the Rani, which was the debut of Sylvester McCoy as the Seventh Doctor. The Rani in that story was played by Kate O'Mara. For those who've not seen Time and the Rani, here's a brief summary. Bing bing, bang bang, zap zap, bong bong, boom! I want the man, not the girl. I'm regenerating! Who are you? It's me, Mel. You look nothing like Mel. Shut up, you've lost your memory. I need you to help me fix something. Who are you? I'm the Doctor. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I'll show you not to lie to me. Okay, you got me. I'm not Mel. I'm the Rani. Now I'm going to put you in a machine. Zzz. Why are you doing this? Let him go! I'm putting him with all the other great minds inside a big brain. Blobby, blobby, blobby. You'll never defeat me. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, no, you won't. Oh, yes, I will.
Blobby, blobby. I have the answer. Blobby, blobby.
I've won! I've won! No, you haven't. I beat you, Arnie. No! That's not fair. Say goodbye, Mel. Goodbye, Mel. Ah! I'm diving inside my TARDIS with bat things. Thank goodness I'm not hanging upside down. And there you go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Belinda.
And this is our daughter Poppy.
Well, now you're going too far.
The Doctor and Belinda actually had a daughter? Is that possible? I mean, not that I'm not wishing for that to happen, it's just... Does this tie into why Susan Cat keeps on appearing in the Interstellar Song Contest and recently in Wish World?
You don't understand. That's why I keep telling you that Poppy is so special because she is impossible. The child of a Time Lord. There's no such thing.
We're sterile.
We are infertile.
Doesn't Poppy solve everything? I mean, she's Time Lord DNA.
Well, yes. Except the mother.
What about me?
Human. The child is contaminated.
They seem to be really going for this idea that the Doctor and Belinda have a daughter named Poppy, and that she looks like Captain Poppy from Space Babies. Well, I hope this doesn't get changed as the episode progresses. I mean, it'd be such a shame and a bit of a cheat if that were to happen, wouldn't it?
The tomb of Omega. Or his prison, his asylum. I suggest we find out.
Okay, so this should be interesting. We're finally going to see what Omega looks like in new series form. I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I hope that this will match to the designs of Omega in previous stories, like The Three Doctors and Arc of Infinity.
Without me, there would be no time travel. You and our fellow Time Lords would still be locked in your own time.
If you cooperate, you will come to no further harm. You intruded where you have no business to be.
So yeah, this should be exciting and interesting. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing what Omega looks like after all these years, after being trapped in the antimatter world, or the Underverse as it's now called. So, what do we get? A giant bone monster that almost makes him look like a skeleton. Are you sure that's not the Ergon? As in one of Omega's failed experiments? Because that looks like one of Omega's failed experiments. Seriously, what's this obsession that Russell T Davies seems to have with turning decent-looking classic Doctor Who villains into giant CGI monsters? It happened with Sutek in The Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death. Now it's happened again with Omega in Wish World and The Reality War. I just don't get this. I'm so sorry. I really am sorry. I really was laughing out loud when I saw that on the big screen. I mean, that is just so funny. The Rani getting eaten up by Omega. I mean, that's just pure comedy gold.
So much for the two Ranis. It's a good night from me.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less. She had to use the Rani's time ring to get away, didn't she? Although, does this mean we'll be seeing Mrs. Flood again in future episodes? Will she regenerate? Or bigenerate? This does give me an idea of doing a future Rani story for Doctor Who's 70th anniversary. Wow, that was easy. Almost as if the build-up to Omega's reveal in the two-part finale was rather wasted. I mean, I remember Omega being more difficult to defeat in The Three Doctors and Arc of Infinity. Did Russell T Davies ever understand Omega as a Doctor Who character to begin with?
Yes, the blue button. That'll get you to Conrad, so you can stop him and bring his wish to an end.
Well, how do we do that? What do we do? Can I punch him? Yes, you can.
No! Don't punch him! Never resort to violence, no matter how many bad things Conrad has done. That should never be considered.
I want to say thank you.
Sure.
I mean it. It could have been so much worse. A fantasy world, I'd expect guns and whiskey and girls, but yours is nice. You try to give everyone a family. That time we spent together. You never mentioned your dad.
Oh! This is nice. Ruby's being kind to Conrad. That's what I expect Ruby Sunday to do. What I expect any Doctor Who companion to do. I rather like this. This is very nice. Ruby is being kind to Conrad.
But some of it was true. You and me. Because I was there, Conrad. In the dark. When I made you smile.
Does this mean that Ruby and Conrad might end up being together? If Conrad gets a second chance? I hope so. I mean, speaking personally, it'd be a shame if that didn't happen.
Conrad, I wish you to be happy.
Okay, this didn't end with Ruby punching Conrad. That's good. I'm very happy about this. Maybe Ruby and Conrad do end up together at some point in the episode.
Reporting from Empress House, and I found you.
Stop filming me.
Chief cook and bottle washer. Nice little place in Lewisham. I think Ruby did a very kind thing.
Is that it? Ruby doesn't get to have her happy ending with Conrad, or with anyone. I mean, I feel that Ruby's story has been left unfinished, even when the Doctor goes to rescue Poppy for Belinda. Is it really too much to ask to have Ruby having her own happy ending? Not the happy ending as narrated by Mrs. Flood at the end of Empire of Death.
showing it up for? Man. Oh, man.
Oh my goodness! How many times does this have to be addressed? No Richard E. Grant in a Doctor's montage? Has the Doctor Who production team really forgotten they included Richard E. Grant in the Doctor's Faces scene in the episode Rogue? Look, I know Richard E. Grant's Doctors aren't considered canon, but why include his face in the Doctor's Faces scene at all if you're not going to follow it up in another episode? Did you think that this was a blink and you'll miss it moment for viewers and fans? You can clearly see Richard E. Grant's face in that scene of the Doctor's Faces in the episode Rogue.
I'm much older. Something much older, far more powerful. I'm a Lord of Time.
And do you know what the irony of all this is? Jonathan Groff as Rogue was in Wish World recently, and he doesn't appear in the Reality War. Not really. Why would you have Rogue make a cameo in Wish World if you're not going to have him appear in the Reality War? Surely you could have had Rogue make an appearance in the episode and have him be rescued by the Doctor at some point. What is the point of having Rogue make a cameo in Wish World if you're not going to have him appear in the Reality War? That doesn't count! Anita was looking for the Doctor on his past adventures, including Rogue, as well as Day of the Daleks and the Wedding of River Song. That scene was also there to give the impression that Anita liked the Doctor and was disappointed that he liked Rogue instead. Oh well, at least it was interesting to see Anita have feelings for the Doctor in that moment. Okay, we now come to what is seriously, and I'm saying this without any sarcasm, my favourite scene in the entirety of the Reality War.
Okay, let's say best male, but don't tell the others.
What? How were you here?
I know, I shouldn't be here at all.
This truly made me happy as a Doctor Who fan when I saw this two-part story on the big screen. Jodie Whittaker is back as the 13th Doctor! I'm so pleased that I got to see the episode, The Reality War, on the big screen, just to see that. Jodie Whittaker is back! Oh, she is one of my favourite Doctors. I thought we had seen the last of her in The Power of the Doctor. I'm just so overwhelmed and happy that Jodie Whittaker came back. And to think that I've actually met her 3 times at conventions.
Redecorated. I don't like it.
And this adds to the list of the Doctor saying, "You've redecorated. I don't like it," since it began with Patrick Troughton saying it in The Three Doctors.
I can see you've been doing the TARDIS up a bit. I don't like it. You've had this place redecorated, haven't you? Don't like it. Oh, you've redecorated. I don't like it. Oh, you've redecorated. I don't like it.
Redecorated. I don't like it.
It's so good to see you again, Jodie. I've missed you, and it's great that you got to say one of Patrick Troughton's famous lines.
Oh, we never change. All these faces and we never really change.
And hopefully you never will, Doctor. You never will.
Well, come on, she's waiting.
Who is?
Poppy.
Poppy. Poppy, 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 Poppy. Oh. Who's her father?
Her father's Richie. Richie Akimbola. I've known him since I was 21.
So the Doctor and Belinda aren't Poppy's parents at all? All that stuff beforehand with them discussing the possibility of the Doctor and Belinda being Poppy's parents wasn't real? Russell T Davies changed that towards the episode's end? Then what was the point of Susan appearing in Wish World? Remember that moment?
Everyone had forgotten, but the secret was beginning to wake. And the doctor said,
why would you include that cameo of Susan in Wish World if you're not going to follow it up in the reality war? I mean, I was kind of hoping that Carol Ann Ford would return as Susan then. A proper return, where she met Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. Thank you, Russell, for a pointless cameo? A pointless cameo!
Never mind, Miami. Poppy's waiting for me. My daughter. Never mind Happy New Year. I've got to be home for Poppy on May the 24th. If I'm not back by 7:30, I'm in trouble. I can't wait for you to meet Poppy.
You'd think that those scenes were included in episodes like The Robot Revolution, Lux, The Well, Lucky Day, The Story and the Engine, and the Interstellar Song Contest, but they weren't. Trust me, I checked the episodes and transcripts of these episodes to be sure that Poppy was mentioned, but she wasn't mentioned in any of the episodes. To give you a comparison, here's a scene from The Robot Revolution.
Doctor, I told you, get me home. You are not.
Here's that same scene again from The Robot Revolution, with a difference where she mentions Poppy in the reality war.
Doctor, I told you, get me home. 24th of May, 2025, I need to get back for Poppy.
Very different versions of those Robot Revolution scenes. I mean, one where Belinda didn't mention Poppy, and one where she did mention her. Is the point of this two-part story that because the Doctor went back to rescue Poppy, that reality changed quite significantly? If so, it's very confusing.
I'm never alone with you. Joy to the world!
No. You're still not convincing me. You're not convincing me that Joy from Joy to the World is the Star of Bethlehem. That's never going to happen. Even I have principles when it comes to mixing fiction with reality. No. This can't be happening. You're not doing this. You're seriously doing this, aren't you? The rumours can't be true. Can they?
What the...
So, Billie Piper is the Doctor now, huh? Well, granted, this did shock me, as was the intention, and thankfully the Doctor regenerated instead of bigenerated, but I was seriously not expecting them to go in this direction. I mean, wow, just wow. I was in shock when I saw this at the cinema. I was hoping that they wouldn't go in this direction, as I avoided believing the rumours that came on the internet. When I was at the cinema in Milton Keynes, my best friend from school had a different reaction to me when we saw that regeneration scene. His reaction was like,
Woohoo! Billy Piper is back in Doctor Who! And she's now the Doctor! I'm so happy! Yay!
whereas my reaction to this was,
Is that it? Ncuti Gatwa isn't going to do a third season? That's the end of the 15th Doctor era? Well, that's just prime.
no, seriously, I didn't want Ncuti Gatwa's era to end there, for the simple reason that we had no prior announcement that he was leaving at all. Certainly rumours in media reports, but no official announcement by the BBC. I just feel that Ncuti Gatwa has been shortchanged here. Why did he just do 2 seasons? He could have done a 3rd season, surely. Granted, it's better than Christopher Eccleston having only 1 season as the Doctor, but how come Ncuti Gatwa didn't do at least 3 seasons like some of the previous Doctors? At least Jodie Whittaker did 3 seasons and 5 specials from 2018 to 2022, making her the Doctor more than 3 years. Why did we have to end the 15th Doctor era on such an abrupt note? I was willing to give Ncuti Gatwa a fair chance. I wanted him to last longer compared to just having 2 seasons. In fact, his Doctor is incomplete without having faced Daleks and Cybermen. Didn't Ncuti Gatwa want to face the Daleks before he left Doctor Who? Didn't he say he'd be disappointed if Russell T Davies didn't have him facing the Daleks in his era? Is this really the end of Ncuti Gatwa's era? Or is this some ploy played by Russell T Davies and his production team into making us think Billy Piper is the new Doctor and Ncuti Gatwa is coming back after all once the TV show returns in 2027, I believe? And now we have Billy Piper replacing Ncuti Gatwa. What does this mean for the TV show's future? Is Billy Piper really the 16th Doctor, or is she somebody else? The end credits just say introducing Billy Piper, whereas Ncuti Gatwa and Jodie Whittaker were credited as the Doctors. What does it mean when Billy Piper is not credited as the Doctor in the end credits? Is this some sort of a mystery that Russell T Davies is playing with us as an audience? There is speculation that the reason the Doctor has now taken Billy Piper's form is because Rose looked into the time vortex in the parting of the ways. Is that really true? Is the reason that the Doctor now looks like Rose Tyler is because that the TARDIS connected with him during the regeneration? Or maybe this isn't the Doctor. Perhaps it's the moment from the day of the Doctor. Will this ever get answered when Doctor Who returns on TV? And what happens if it doesn't return in 2027? Will this be a mystery left unresolved? And will we have to speculate on this for a very, very long time? The appropriate response to these questions is the Batman Forever clip.
It just raises too many questions.
Couldn't agree with you more, Val Kilmer. Couldn't agree with you more.
But Master, you must admit that you would like Sarah Sutton, who plays Nisha in Doctor Who. You'd like her to be the Doctor, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Yes, I would. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this journey that I've been on in doing quick video reactions on the episodes of Series 15 of Doctor Who. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. And I'm very pleased that I finished it off with seeing Wish World and the Reality War at Cineworld in Milton Keynes. And it was great to see Millie Gibson at the convention, the Collectomania Milton Keynes event, to enhance the viewing experience. I doubt that I'll be doing more quick video reactions on future Doctor Who episodes. This might be my last one. I certainly won't be doing any quick video reactions on the upcoming spin-off series, The War Between the Land and the Sea. I'm going to do a text review on that on my blog instead, so but I'm looking forward to seeing that when it comes out. And of course, I'll have my in-depth reviews on Series 14 and 15 of Doctor Who to look forward to. In the meantime, please keep safe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye!
So, my dear, what did you think of Series 15 of Doctor Who? Oh, it was rubbish. I thought it was absolute rubbish. Oh, now don't be like that, my dear. Well, I'm only saying it as it is, and you know I'm right, don't you? You know I'm right. It was rubbish. Yes. Oh. Oh.
Anyway, after I've finished here today, I'll be going off to Cine World in Milton Keynes to see the two-part finale of Series 15 of Doctor Who called Wish World and the Reality War. Reality Wall. Take two. You want to do that again? So, the Doctor and Belinda aren't Poppies?
Poppy.
Poppies. Keep rolling.